dears, today's topic is very essential for our life just because we can't live without plants, because we respire the oxygen which has been produced by the plants. Is it? In your 7th chapter, they have given about plants. The chapter name is Getting to Know Plants. Already you know about plants, but still they want you to give some more information about the plants. You might have seen so many plants around your homes or around your garden or somewhere else, is it? But in this chapter, we will learn about what is actually a plant and what are the parts of plant, how those are very important to the plant and kinds of plants also. Yes, my dears, you might have seen so many plants around you, and those plants can be categorized into basically 3 main types. The first one is herbs, second one is shrubs, and third one is trees. Okay, we can categorize the plants into 3 main things, that is herbs, shrubs and trees. Yes, my dears, you might have seen so many plants, but now I am going to explain what is actually the herb, for which type of plants we call it as a herbs, and for which type of plants we call it as shrubs, and for which type of plants we call it as trees. Then you can list out very easily that in your garden which are herbs, which are shrubs and also plants, trees. Okay. The first thing is, we should move with the first thing, that is herbs. What is a herb? Herb means it is a plant with tender stem. Okay, it is a plant with tender stem. Tender stem means very weak stem. It is having very weak stem, and that is green in color. Okay, the stem color is very green and it is very soft. We can break it very easily. So that is tender stem. And usually these are short in nature. Usually they do not grow very taller. They are very short. They are very short. And third point is, may not have many branches. Means just like other plants which you are seeing in your garden, those do not have many branches in them. Those are called as herbs. We call them as herbs. For example, coriander, mint. You have seen, is it? All those have very tender stem, and usually they are very short, and they may not have many more branches, just like other plants. Those are called as herbs. Now you can identify the herbs whichever present in your home garden or in your yard. Okay. Next one is shrubs. What are shrubs? Plants develop branches near the base of the stem. These plants develop branches near the base of the stem, and stem is very hard but not very thick. Compared to the herbs, these are very somewhat taller than the herbs. These develop branches near the base of the stem. Means at the stem itself they eject their branches. At the stem itself they eject their branches. And second point is, here the stem is hard when compared to the herbs. Here it is having very tender stem, but here in shrubs the stem is hard in nature but not very thick. That is very thin stem will be available. But when compared to the herbs, in shrubs the stem is somewhat strong. We cannot break it easily. Okay. Example is flower bearing plants which were in your garden, just like marigold plant and rose plant. All those comes under shrubs. Okay. Next one is trees. What are trees? Yes, already you know that trees means they have thick stem, and these plants that are very tall in nature, for them we call it as a trees, and hard and thick stem, that is having very hard and thick stem. We cannot cut it easily, is it? We need some other equipments to cut down the trees. Those are called as trees and have branches at the upper part. Here one important thing is, here the trees have branches at the upper part, means they eject their branches at the upper part itself but not in the lower part, just like stem or root part. Okay, they do not eject their branches at the lower part, they eject their branches only at the upper part. Those are called as trees. Now you came to know that what are herbs, what are shrubs and what are trees. And we can see some other types of plants in your garden, is it? Just like pumpkin plant and money plant, is it? What are those called as? Yes, those are called as creepers and climbers. What are creepers? Creepers means these spread over the land. Okay, the plants which spread over the land and have very tender stem and weak stem, but they cannot stand easily. They cannot stand properly, erectly. Those are called as creepers. Okay, those are called as creepers. Best example is pumpkin plant or cucumber plant, whichever that spread all over the ground but not stand erectly are called as creepers. Okay, here the stem is not supportive to stand erect. Those are called creepers. And what are climbers? Climbers means they climb up. Okay, climbing means climbing up. Is it like that? Here, climbers means these are the plants which climb over the other trees or which take the support of some other things for their growth. Those are called as climbers. For example, money plant. Is it in every home? As a decorative item, we will plant a money plant and that will take some support in by the thread or something else, and that will spread over the sheet. Is it? That is called as climbers. Now you came to know that what are herbs, what are shrubs, what are trees, and what are creepers, and what are climbers. Is it? My dear students, in our school also we have planted so many plants, and in our school we have all these plants, shrubs, herbs, trees, climbers and creepers. Let us move to the garden and see all those plants. Hello everyone, this is our school garden. You can see so many plants which we have planted in our garden. Flower bearing plants and also creepers, climbers, shrubs, herbs, all you can find. Now I am going to show you what are herbs. Okay, you just see here, this is pudina plant. This is also called as herb. I will pick it one for you. You just see this is a herb. Just because it does not have so many branches in it and it is having very tender stem. This is the stem of this plant. It is very tender in nature. Is it? We can break it easily. This is called as herb. Okay. Now we shall see what are shrubs. And one more herb is there. You can see this. This is also a herb. Here the green color stem is. You can see the green color stem, and it can be shrub. Now we shall move on to the shrubs. Here it is a marigold plant. You can see beautiful flowers. Is it? This is a, you can see the marigold plant here. This is bearing very beautiful flower. This is a shrub, just because so many branches appear from the stem itself, from the root part itself. Is it? These are the branches here, you can see, and it is having somewhat strong stem when compared to the herbs. Okay, this is having some strong stem when compared to the herbs. We cannot break it easily. These are called as shrubs. Now we can see tree. Is it? Yes, my dears, you can see this is the tree. It is having very thick and long stem. We cannot break it easily. We need some other equipments to break it. And you can see the branches in the upper part of the tree. Is it? There is no branches in the lower part. There is the branches only in the upper part. And you can see one plant here. This is called climber plant because it has taken the support of this plant on some threads for its growth. This is called a climber. You can see this plant. It is spread over the land itself. This is called creepers, and these spread over land itself. This is a pumpkin creeper. This is a pumpkin plant spread over the land itself, and you can see the stem of this plant here. This is also very tender in nature. It cannot stand erectly just because the stem is very weak. It cannot support for the erectness of this plant. Okay, these are the flowers of pumpkin. Yes, my dears, let's move on to the class. Yes, my dears, already we have learned kinds of plants. Now we shall move on to the next thing, that is parts of plants. You already know that there are so many parts in plant, but main parts are, here I have drawn one plant: root, stem, leaf, flower, bud. Is it? These are the very main parts of a plant which every plant will have. Some plants may not have flowers, some plants may not have fruit, but each and every plant will have this kind of structure. Means root, stem, leaf, flowers and buds. Is it? Now in which chapter they have given about the stem in detail. Let us learn about what is stem. Already you know that stem is a part by which the plants will transfer its water and nutrients to all parts of the body, plant body, from the root to all parts of the plant body. Is it? In some kinds of plants, stem will help it to stand erectly. Already you have seen some of the shrubs. Is it? Though in those shrubs, stem helps them to stand erectly, and also in trees, stem helps them to stand erectly. It is the strength of a plant. So here stem is very important. It is playing a very important role, just because inside the stem there will be two vascular bundles. Okay, there will be two vascular bundles. First one is called as food pipe and another one is called as water pipe. And the process of intake of water and nutrients which is available in the soil in the form of food itself is called as ascent of sap, just because all those enters the root and that will transfer upward direction. Okay, the movement of nutrients and also the water from the roots to all parts of the body is only in the upward direction. So it is called as ascent of sap. It is called as ascent of sap. Unidirectional function will be had there. That is called as ascent of sap. Those two vascular bundles, one is food and another one is for water. So these two are called as very important parts of a plant, just because they will take the water and other nutrients from the roots and it will transfer the required water and also the nutrients to all parts of the plant. This is all about the stem. And in some plants the stem is very big and it is tender in nature, already what I have shown in the before class. And also in some plant trees the stem is very strong and very thick. It will be very helpful for the erectness of a plant, and we can use the stem part for daily use also, just like for making windows, doors and some other things for some trees which are very good in nature. So like this, the stem is very helpful for a plant to get the all nutrients as well as water from roots to all parts of a plant. In our next class we shall learn about what is leaf, in detail about the leaf and also in detail about roots. Okay, leaf and roots. In our next class we shall learn about leaf and roots. Until then, what you have to do is collect some of the leaves of a flower and just go through the observation. You might have seen so many leaves, but you didn't have observed, is it? But now what you have to do, take some leaf and go through the observation. When I am coming to the next class, then I will bring some of the leaves and I will show what actually the leaf is. Okay.